How you doing there, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Nexweave Show. My name is Bruce. Let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Thank you all for joining us. Let's go ahead and jump in and bring the two co-founders of Nexweave, Indra and Ashtosh. Say hello there, guys.
Hi guys.
Hi everyone.
Howdy, howdy. So it's been a little bit since we've done just a stream just with us, right? Just with the core team. Obviously, you guys have seen the past couple of weeks. We've been including streams with June from Astronautics, the founder of Bod Baba, and one of the co-founders of ConnectZit, Rakesh. Thank you guys for joining with us on the previous weeks, but now it's just going to be back to the core team. So that being said, we have a few updates and some platform announcements. So Ashtosh, Shinder, I'll let you guys go ahead and take it away.
So I think many of you must have noticed there are a flurry of updates that we published in the last 1 week. We've gone live with the agency update, and that's the first release. So we'll be showcasing what are the aspects that we've added in the first release in this session itself. Other than that, we've modified the campaign flow to make it easier for the audiences to use. So many of you had complained that uh, just to set up the campaign, you have to upload a CSV and then get the campaigns moving. Some of you had complaints where you had issues in terms of inserting the embed codes on your email platforms. So we've revamped the campaign flow. Now there are three types of campaigns. One of them allows you to select the email platform that you're using or the chatbot platform that you're using and embed that code within your campaign itself. So it's going to be relatively easier to use the platform. We want you guys to try it out and give us your feedback. And yeah, there were requests coming in for enabling custom domain links for image and video links. So we've released an add-on as well today. You might have received an email. If not, we will soon be also sharing a post on that effect. So you can go ahead and grab that piece. So quite a few updates. Take your time to go through it. We've also discussed internally to announce open sessions for those of you who are still on the fence who want to understand how Nextweave can be used for their use cases. So we thought that if there are about 10 use cases that people want to see, then we'll cover them over the next 1 week itself. So yeah, those are the flurry of updates that we had. What do you, Bruce?
So let's go into, if it's okay, into the dashboard so we can actually show people where some of those updates could be viewable, where they could see the new integrations that have come out. Which, by the way, guys, we have also new integrations that have just come out like in the last 2 weeks. Ashtosh, could you go into that a little bit as well while we get into a second to share a screen?
Yeah. Using the new campaign method which we have added, we have integrated with around 10 platforms. So what you can do is you can just go on to, after creating the campaign, you can just go to a platform, go to the campaign, select the platform which you want to integrate the next week's experience into, map your variables like with your variables that you have created in next week with the platform variables. The option is there in the Nexweave itself, and then it will help you to generate the embed code. And you have to just go and copy and paste the embed code over in the corresponding platform, and yes, you're done. That's it. Just a few clicks, rather than earlier what it was like copy pasting the entire thing.
Perfect. What were those
So I'll just show you
new?
guys a glimpse of that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone? What were the new updates to the platform? The new integrations also.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second. I will quickly show you guys the new ones.
Sure thing. After that, guys, we do have a special, and for those of you who've been following us, a special guest from the community that's going to be giving us a little example or walkthrough about how they use it. So you'll just stay tuned for that. Indra, you're all set there?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, so if you will notice, we've split the campaign flow into configure and activate. So it's going to be relatively easier to make campaigns. Within activate, we've added multiple campaign types. So let me actually show you guys one example. So now when you create a campaign, let's say I'm going to call it a demo campaign, and taking today's date.
Hi, Jorge. Thank you for joining us today.
And once I hit proceed, unlike earlier, you will now see multiple campaign types. So for those of you who are just using the URL override method, trying to insert a piece of code into your email campaign so that uh, data is dynamically processed over there itself, you can go to URL override, put in the fallback values of the variables that you've used in the campaign, save that. You'll be able to preview the image and the video right away. Once you're okay with it, you can launch the campaign. And once the campaign has been launched, you can get the embed code for the platform of your choice. So we've started with 10 platforms right now. So let's say I want to get the embed code for Moosen. It's going to give me the option to select variables which come in from Moosen itself. So let's say if I need the username to be mapped to the first name and I want domain to be mapped to the domain. And if domain is not a variable over there, you can quickly add one by following the same format. So you can define that I'll probably call domain this way. Click on add and then generate an embed code. And now this embed code has already been formatted in a way where it can be directly copy pasted into your email body, and then that's how you can run the campaigns. So try it out. I am pretty sure you'll find it a lot more simpler as compared to the earlier flows. But yeah, keep sharing your feedback. That's how we're going to be building the platform.
It does look helpful when you're just using drop down menu interface. I do see new faces, new integrations there. Hi, Diego. Thank you very much for joining us today. I did see Kiram and I did see Moose End. Were there any more new ones that we had there in the past 2 weeks?
So we've added Active Campaign, Kirim, Mosend as the first three email platforms. By next week, you'll see about around five more. We are planning to add reply.io. Snowview is going to be added. Platformly is going to be added because those were requested. And in terms of chat platforms, we'll be adding Botstar continually, and there's one more chat platform that we'll be including. But these are the ones that we just started with. We set an internal target to have at least 50 integrations added by the end of March. So if you guys want any specific integrations to be included, just add it in the same thread that we've initiated, and then we'll pick those and start implementing those in that particular order.
Well, we also have the product stash, so let me go ahead and put that up. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen too. There you go, guys. So right down there at the bottom, you'll find our URL for suggestions and for voting. So please use the product stash URL. There you go. Appreciate that.
Also, in the
So even
meanwhile,
simpler slash roadmap. So that is a simpler one. Nexweave.com/roadmap is there.
Oh, that works too.
Yes.
just use this one.
Jorge is also saying, could you include platformly, please?
You have
That
by
makes
Monday.
sense.
So Platformly will probably be added by this Monday, and then you can start using that.
And then he's also suggesting TARS, which is a previous bot platform, and Integrately. Makes sense?
So in terms of automation
So
platforms,
Integrately,
yeah, go ahead, Ashutosh.
yeah, yeah. So Integrately is already integrated. So from in terms of integration platform, we are there on Zapier, we are there on Integromat. So recently, this week we are live. We went live on Integromat. We are already there on Pably and Zapier. and integrity. So these are the four major automation platforms where we are live. And then we're discussing with few more platforms right now.
And Connexit, of course.
Yeah, and connects it as well.
Perfect. And we're saying hello, Rakesh, and to the team over at Connexit. Thank you very much. Let's see what else. Jorge, thank you for the suggestions. Okay. On that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our special segment of the week. Let's jump right on in. On that note, let's go ahead and bring her up on stage. Miss Evans, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, I told you I was going to have a special segue for you.
I
Remember that?
love it. You guys see my intro? That's amazing. I love it. It's awesome.
So that's going to be your weekly segue. So every time you come on with a new tidbit, a new intro for, let's say, a walkthrough, let's say you have a new tip, that's going to be your segue every week for you.
That's amazing. I love it. Thank you, guys.
You got it.
So I'm excited. I was actually going to do a slightly more advanced personalization, but I saw on the wall that people are kind of asking for the basics, so we're gonna peel it back a little bit, and we're
Sure.
gonna go through the basics. But I do have something that is going to be very interesting to a lot of people, especially people who have stacked 10 or more codes, I believe, right, Inder?
That's correct.
Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen,
Alrighty.
and
Jorge says that was a great intro.
oh, I know it's it's like, oh, thank you. I didn't make it. Okay.
All right. Perfect. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Alrighty.
All right. So actually, we're going to personalize with Masterly today because we have implemented a the branding. So you can actually now have Nexweave branded to you. So that is one really neat thing, that when you're working inside of here doing demos for clients, things like that, you're now able to do that under your actual brand. Give me just a second while I get my password here. Do that under your own brand. So that's a pretty amazing upgrade there. I saw that over the weekend, got very, very excited. So when you log in, you'll be able to see everything is almost the point where you can't see anything Nexweave. Obviously, some of these templates and things will still have Nexweave on there, but they removed the chat bot recently, and I believe they're getting ready to move the feedback as well. But for the most part, you'll notice in a lot of these different areas, the mention of Nexweave is gone. Like under my account and things like that, they can't change it. If you log in under here, you can't change the domain and things like that. So that's a pretty nice feature. That's a pretty nice feature altogether. I thought that was amazing that they rolled that out this weekend. Another thing I noticed over the weekend is that they had a bunch of templates that rolled out. That weren't necessarily e-commerce templates. So before, I mean, I love the templates before as well, but I think this kind of creates a new versatility and a whole new dynamic to being able to use the platform without too much pre-setup. Because when you have these templates, all you have to do is get started with editing them, and then you're ready to go. So some really, really, really good ones in here as far as capturing attention when you're doing some maybe LinkedIn outreach or cold emailing, anything like that. These are some super great templates that they put in here. Okay, so today my demonstration is going to be super basic because I really want to get back to just how to use the platform. And then next week, I'm going to go on to just a little bit, we'll kind of build from there. I'm going to start with an image, like creating an image. Okay, so as basic as that seems, I'm just going to start there because we don't know what everybody already knows. Okay, So when you're starting and you want to edit something, you're going to go in and you're going to hit these three little dots here. And the first thing I do is I clone it because I want to make changes. When you hit use, it means you're ready to use it. So you're going to hit clone so that you can edit it to be your own. Okay. Once you do that, the first thing I do is I say, okay, what do I want to personalize about this? And that's when you're going to go to enlist variables and you're going to choose what it is that you want to personalize when it comes to the particular particular image. So here we have username, and then we have the profile image. As you can see, there's a beautiful picture here in the image. There's a beautiful picture here. Looks very familiar in the image. Okay, so if you wanted to do more, if you wanted to add, for instance, the logo, if you wanted to add the company name, this is where you would add that. So if you were going to add company name, you would just hit add variable, and you would put company here. You're always going to put a default in here, and that's basically if no variable is found, it's going to default to whatever this is. You can leave it blank if you want. Sometimes I leave it blank just so that nothing pre-fills there, or you can actually put something in there. All right. Sometimes with images, what I've done in the past is I've actually looked for a transparent image so that if it doesn't find anything, that it's just transparent, which is a better default for me, obviously, because you're real cute, Ashtosh, but we don't really want you on our cold outreach, okay? So that's the first thing that you would do is you would define all of your variables here. So I'm going to actually go ahead and find, just so I can kind of teach you guys how to. I'm going to go ahead and find a transparent image so I can show you what I mean. Some of these, okay. Hopefully this works. Copy image address. So you would copy the image address and just put it on in there. And then when you go back, so exactly what I was afraid of. Exactly what I was afraid of. Let's do this one. Hopefully that one works. Okay, there we go. So now you'll see that it's clear, right? That's a better default for me. So that if it doesn't find anything, it's going to default to this just clear area here. You could always get rid of the crown here, so make it make a little more sense, but I'm just going to keep it for argument's sake. Okay, so then when you're here and you've already defined your variables, these three little lines allow you to kind of delete and change the order of different things. So if you wanted to, you would hit this and it's going to bring up some options. That's not really working for me right now. Give me just a second. Let me refresh my screen. There we go. All right, so these arrows here help you to control the order. So like, for instance, if you wanted this above or below the image, you'd be able to change it there. As you can see, my original image came back because I didn't hit save template. So you can duplicate and then you can also erase just from right there. Let's go back and change it to where that comes back. And put company back in there and hit save template. Always hit save template. Okay. So if you wanted to delete this altogether, like I said, you would just hit your three buttons there, controls the order, you can duplicate, and then you can also just delete. So in order, and I'm going to go ahead and delete it and just start over, just for argument's sake. All right. So then when you're ready to put different components into your image here, you're just going to hit components and you're going to drag and drop whatever it is that you're wanting to do. So right now we're wanting to put some text on our picture here. Okay. So generally you're going to use a smaller font. I always just change the size first. Then I go for whatever font I'm going to use. In this case, let's use Jolly. I just did a birthday invitation. That's what I used. So there you go. All right. Now, as far as what you want to put into your text, you're going to change that over here in add text. if you're going to use one of your variables, you're going to copy using one of these. You see, it automatically gives you the option to copy. So for instance, if I wanted to start with the person's name, you're just going to say hi, and then you're going to paste that variable in there. It's always going to put your default in there for you. Okay, and then if you just want to put something below it, maybe you just want to put something else on your picture. Sometimes you can put it in the same field, but I like to separate them personally. Sorry, a lot of clicking around. All right. I have a question, Inder. Are you guys going to make it to where the font is going to be fitted to the container ever?
So we actually roll that out.
Oh, you did?
So even if you introduce a longer name, it's going to auto adjust the font size and make it fit the box.
When did that come out? Recently?
3 days back.
Okay. Let's say.
So
Okay,
the
that's
same
awesome.
update.
Oh, okay, awesome. I love
Yeah.
that because it's really necessary. You don't want to have to worry too much about what your variable ends up being. Okay.
Correct.
So now we have something here. So you've defined your variables. The next thing you're going to do is I like to make sure I name my template something that's easy to find. Very small detail, but trust me, it will save you many a headaches if you make it easy to find later. Okay. So now you've created your first image. Okay. Now, when you're ready to actually use your image, you have a few options, but I guess the most straightforward way is to just start a campaign. You're going to create a new campaign. Here, you're just going to select a campaign type. So in this case, it's an image. Select your image template, and this is usually where finding it is a little easier if you have a name convention that's easy. If you have a personalized domain, it'll show up here for you. Once you've done that, you're going to hit save and proceed. So here's one of the big updates that happened over the weekend. All right, before all you had was the ability to download the template that it kind of generates based off of the variables that you put in your image. And it's going to say, okay, what's this person's name? What's the picture URL? What's this? What's that? So the biggest difference now is now you can do a URL override campaign. Okay, so basically in here, you can say, I'm just going to put mouse ruler here. And those are your fallback values. You're going to hit save. And you're going to hit launch campaign. So here's one of the biggest things. And this is what Inder was just talking about. Okay, you can hit get embed code. Then you're going to select which integration you're working with. Okay, so in this case, if we're working with Active Campaign, we would select Active Campaign. And this is huge. I mean, I know that before it was very technical to use, and it's still, it's just moving towards the easier use, the basically more intuitive uses. Okay, so now you're able to say, okay, I'm going to use this in Active Campaign. Then you can define your variables. So the username is the person's first name. Okay, now it's saying image. So if you don't have a variable, well, generally these are going to be basic variables. If you do not have a variable in your email marketing system for image, create one. Okay, so that's one of the things that isn't necessarily that intuitive. Make sure that you create one. And then what you would do is you're going to put image here, just like that. You're going to kind of just follow however it is here, and you're going to create the exact same variable in your email marketing system. So then I would go into Active Campaign and I would create a space for that to populate later using some sort of automation or however I was going to do it. I could copy and paste it, whatever. It would allow me to create that as a variable in my email marketing system. Okay, and then company is usually a pretty straightforward one. Is that one listed already? No. Okay, no problem. Make sure that you also have company in your email marketing system. You would just hit add here. Okay, because you're going to map them. So if you've done any type of integration, Integrately, Zapier, anything like that, you're going to map them, okay, to where you're saying the username in this video is going to equate to whatever this variable is in my email marketing system. Then you're going to hit generate embed code. And you'll see here, it automatically gives you your email embed code here. So now you can copy and paste that directly into your email marketing system using the HTML code. Okay, so this makes it a little bit more intuitive as far as how to actually embed it into your email marketing system. So huge upgrade there. So between the branding of the portal and now being able to select and map your variables in here, this should make it a little easier to use. Next week, we'll go into videos, which is just a little bit, a few more steps. It's a few more steps, so we won't cover that today as well. But this is how you're going to do an image, and you're going to be able to use the variables within your email marketing system to pre-fill the images as you see fit. So great upgrade. Thank you so much, Nexweave, for that. And we look forward to seeing what else you guys are going to do next.
And I'm looking forward to your segments next week as well.
Oh, yay, me.
That'll just give us another reason to use that intro again.
Right. Yeah. I love it. now for my meetings in my own business, I'm going to use the same intro. Like, oh, you guys have to look at the intro first.
just cut off the last 2-3 seconds and you're good to go.
Right. We're good to go. Well, thank you guys.
Absolutely. And thank you for coming on and give us that, give us that little segment. And I like this. I like having you on and do your, community-focused segment every week. That just totally makes sense. It seems natural and it seems organic. Fun at the same time.
Yes, I bring the energy because you guys all need coffee. You're like, we have an upgrade. Like, come on.
Well, I gotta ask, how much coffee did you have this morning?
Not much. Just 3 shots of espresso. We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Just 3 shots of espresso. Not a lot. Not a lot, guys. Not a lot. Yeah.
But anyway,
so on that, you can pardon us because it's about 10:15 in the.
Oh, I know. I'm just picking on you. I know the time difference is huge, so yeah, I'm just picking on you.
But yeah, I think people can call that segment.
Jorge, thank you for sticking with us.
Go ahead, what you want to see, Jorge, because I know he was actually one of the initial ones who said he just wanted to get back to the basics. So hopefully that helped, and hopefully that does answer some of your questions on how to use the platform. And if it didn't, if I missed anything, you guys just let me know. Welcome, Hugh.
So what we'll do, and I recommend this, so what we could have is a poll that you put up, and we could put it up in the group, and that way you could let the community vote on what do we want to see next. Right. And then, you'll write it down every week and then make sure we don't double up on topics within the same month.
Right. And now, you can always use this. You could use these as tutorials wherever you want to put them, and we can kind of have it step by step. This can progress.
Absolutely.
It's more advanced. I was going to do the personalizations with swipe pages today, and then somebody was like, "Let's get back to basics." I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm not as exciting, but sure, not as exciting, but yes, absolutely. Let's get back to basics. And I think as soon as everybody understands how to use the platform, I think you guys are gonna understand the value here.
I'm looking forward to swipe pages. Right, that to me is going to be good.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's really nice. I gave everybody an example of my kid's birthday party. I think I got a couple RSVPs there. Don't worry, I deleted them. You can't come. So, oh goodness.
All right. So Hugh says I came a bit late, but I will watch it from the beginning. I love it when you give us these tips. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Like I said, let us know anything else that you want to see. I am more than happy to continue to do the presentations. But yeah, I think the biggest confusion point is going to be creating the variables in your email marketing system, because I think that's one of those details that we may forget to tell you, that you have to create those variables. So then when it doesn't work, you're going to think the platform doesn't work, but it absolutely does. if you map everything correctly, make sure that the variables align with your email marketing system, then once you do the embed, you'll see it come up. And it's actually really nice. Yes, Diego, I'm looking
See,
forward to
look
that
at
one
that.
too.
Yeah, yeah, me
I'm like,
too.
I really want to show you guys how to do it, but definitely it's on the pipeline. I'm putting it on the curriculum, right? So don't worry, I'll show you.
There you go.
So in
Perfect,
fact,
perfect.
one of the things that we wanted to point out is that if there's any specific use case that you want to see, it could be with a specific platform, etc., etc. We are planning to have some open sessions as well. So throw in those ideas in terms of what you want to see, or if there's something that you're getting stuck with, we'll pick that up. We'll have that ready, and then we'll have an open session where you guys can come join us, ask your queries in the live session, and we could actually show you step by step on how we are running that particular setup.
Makes
Awesome.
sense.
And Diego, I did put an example of how it works with swipe pages on the page. It, like I said, it's my son's birthday party invitation. And yes, that's his actual birthday party invitation, because that's what happens when your mom is a marketer.
You
That's just
mean
what
you put it in the group as a
I did, just as an
way for people
example,
to
so
review? Yeah.
people could see. No worries, no like real personal information in there, but I did put it in there as an example, so that you guys can kind of see, almost kind of funny, right? Like to see what can be done. Literally, it's a the URL override where you can just put the person's name at the end of the URL, and so it doesn't matter who I'm sending this to. It's going to look very nice and very personalized. I got a huge response when I'm sending out my kid's birthday invitation. I know it's not really the best use case here, but it's funny, right? So, yeah, I got a huge response even then. Like, oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. So people notice it. It's not typical, right, for everybody to have their own everything that has their name on it and everything like that. So yes, you can very well use the URL override to match the variables in your video to swipe pages. So if you have, and I'm sure I can do it with other landing page platforms too. So I'm sure I'll do some research and figure out other ones in the group that you guys maybe want to see.
I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I can you send me one of those invites?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Hang on just a second. Actually, I'll fish it out.
Actually, let's do that. Let's actually use that as an example experience. Why don't we have
Yeah,
people, let's say,
I've been
inside?
trying.
Why don't you post it up in the group and say,
I can
it
share
would
my
be
screen
ideal.
if you
It would be
want.
ideal if there was like a way to people insert their name in a Google form and it was just
Okay.
automatically done. Oh, that would be cool.
But no, please don't RSVP. I got a couple, and I was like, yeah, no. Okay, there we
No,
go.
but you gave me a good idea. It's like, what if you have like the head of a major like enterprise, and then this was the invitation system that was customized? Oh, that could be totally fancy.
I know, right? So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And I'm like, this could be a whole thing, right? Where you even have event invitations that you have going to. Yes, I know, Jorge. I have not forgot about you. I've not forgotten about you. I am going to look at Groove pages. I think somebody else asked me about Brizzy or something like that. So I have had some questions. People have been asking me about different demonstrations. I put the URL there for you, Bruce.
Yep, I'm putting it up right now.
Just let everybody know that you would just put your name afterwards. And yes, that is my kid in there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's adorable. So
And everyone's invited now.
but you aren't. Like it's a virtual party, so it's. I mean, I guess you could come. It's really not a big deal.
Jorge's gonna RSVP. You can just tell.
Oh, my kid's gonna be like, "Who are all these people?" Okay, but yes, definitely view that. It's adorable. I only did the name, but obviously you can get as extensive as you want. But the name is obviously a really, really easy and great place to start as far as passing the variable. So you'll see, don't put a space in between the equal sign and the name. Okay, so you're literally going to copy and paste this URL, and you're going to type whatever name you want to show up directly after that equal sign, and you'll see it show up. So I've sent out a million invitations, and it was super, super, super easy to do so.
There you go. Appreciate that. That's going to be cool for people to play with this week and give you and give the Nexweave team some feedback and some chatter in the group. So guys, play with that, please. Drop your comments and thoughts inside the group. Let the Nexweave team know, how do you like that experience, and maybe something that we should implement. Maybe it should be like, hey, incorporate Google Sheets, incorporate Microsoft Forms and Google Forms to maybe automate the process, make it a little bit simpler. Maybe that should be like an integration that we should push for let's say invitations or something.
Right. No,
Yeah,
I think when I did this, I was like, this could totally be a thing. Yes, you could totally do this for your daughter's birthday. Yes, you could.
absolutely.
And I'm telling you, like, literally just creating it, it takes a second to create it the first time. And then after that, you're really just, if you have, like, for instance, I have a text messaging system where I could just add the tag at the end. So I just loaded everybody's names, put their tag for their first name in there, and boom, I'm done. All the invitations are out. And I look like a super mom, right? So definitely, you can steal my idea. I totally don't mind. I promise.
There you go. So appreciate that. And Diego, have fun playing with it. Jorge, thank you very much. Miss Evans, thank you very much as
You're
always.
so welcome.
And stick with us. So, Ender, let's talk about what's wrapping up next week, because I know that for people who'd like to double down now that they've got a chance to play with Mrs. Evans's workflow, they'd like to be, maybe I want CNAME, or maybe I want to get agency. Let's talk about that real quick before we wrap it up.
Yeah, so we have one more week during which the deal is going to be on. Next Thursday in the session would be the last session that we'll have the deal available for you guys. Then we will be moving into the next phase where we will just work on whatever we promised to bring that out. Now, since many of you guys came up with a request, so there are some add-ons which have been released. Even if you've got a single code, you can go and purchase the add-on and get custom domain for image and video links. So that's an update. Let us know which platforms you want to use next week with, so that we can add more in that list of drop-downs. In fact, if Jorge, you've got any ideas on how you want to use it with group pages, technically Nexweave will work with any landing page platform.
You can force it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can just let us know what use cases you want from the Groove ecosystem as such, because we've reached out to them and they've said, go ahead and let us know what use cases you want so that we can involve our team in terms of getting those integrations ready. So let us know whom you want us to speak to. We'll go ahead and set up those meetings and set up those integrations.
What day was the campaign ending?
It will be the 18th of this month.
Got it. So everyone has 6 days. So that'll be on Thursday of our live stream on next week, guys. Will be the last day. So I'll put that up on the screen, and if you need a reminder, please take a screenshot with your phones right there. Take a little screenshot with your phone as a reminder that your last chance to pick it up. Hey, guys, you've had since November. We don't want people to say, oh, I didn't get a chance to. Well, it's been November, December, January, February. You had a third of a year to pick it up. So there you go. Fair warning out to everyone. Fair warning.
Definitely pick it up. Play with it. And I know, like I said, it seems technical at first, but I think once you get a handle on it and you understand how to use it, it's, huge value add. Huge. And the platform's only going to get better. So definitely just, even if you can't use it today, pick up some codes and just set it aside until it's easier, until you understand it.
Ms. Evans, I also... Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if many of you know this, but the way that we're running the deal, even if you pick up one code during the deal period, you will have the option to upgrade your stack to 25 codes till the 31st of October.
Cool. This year. Okay, cool. That's neat.
So if you're on the fence, just pick up one code, try it out, and maybe you would want to upgrade it later.
Yeah, great incentive.
Alrighty, guys. On that note, thank you for sticking with us today. Sel, I saw your little notes on the private chat. Feel free to go right ahead and do that. You have carte blanche. You have carte blanche to go ahead and do whatever you want there. Yeah,
Well, thank you.
absolutely. We trust you. We trust you. Okay, guys, everyone stay safe. Keep social distancing in mind. Wash your hands. And we'll see everyone at a regular time next week, Thursday. Is it 9 o'clock? Thursday,
Well,
8
if
or
you
8 or 9
don't
o'clock.
tune
You said?
in for anything else, come for my segment. No, I'm just joking.
There you go. And we'll have Cell promote it too to everyone in advance. And let her know what you guys want her to give you guys a walkthrough, give you guys a little bit of clarity on. Let her know what you want your segment to be about. Because in a way, what she's doing is representing you guys. So let her know what you want the community segment to be about, please. On that note, everyone be safe, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Have a
Thank you,
good one,
guys.
guys. All right, bye.